Welcome back to the At Home with Roby show. I'm Ashley Davis along with Trent Haston. We're your hosts. We're glad you're spending your Sunday morning with us. Whether you're in the car or on the couch, you're always at home with Roby. Visit AndrewRoby.com today. That's Andrew, ROBY.com. So, Trent, today we're talking about outdoor hardscapes, outdoor lighting. If you're thinking about doing any of those types of projects, go to the website or you can call us at 704-334-5477. And Trent, we're joined now. We still got Paul in the studio with us. He's from Urban Design Partners. He's the principal land architect there. We're joined now by Patrick MacIssac with Roby Electric. And really, when you're talking about outdoor hardscapes and landscaping, you want to have it light up at night, right? So Roby Electric can come in and handle that for you.
Yeah, I think Patrick and Paul originally went to the School of Orange down below us. You know, he said his great-granddad or granddad went to Furman. I think they both went to Clemson together. I can handle that. I'm a Tar Heel. But Patrick likes to work together. They like to work together. I think Roby Electric comes in and provides some outdoor lighting stuff that they design, and I think there's some cool things going on. I'd like to hear y'all banter about that a little bit, fellas.
Yeah, no problem. So Paul and I have been working on a project really well. Probably need to loop Sean Hogan in as well from Roby Electric. Have been working on a project in the Denver area called Trilogy, and this is really Paul's baby. We were talking at the break. Paul and I were. To me, it's really cool to be able to go see someone like Paul that has the vision of being able to be not only creative but have the vision to create space into something that he's seen for probably a couple years. That he was joking around came from a cocktail napkin, which I know is not the case. Paul, talk about how you see that a little bit, the vision that goes into the project and sort of what you're going for. I mean, that interest is really, really, really impressive.
Sure, absolutely. So there is a team of designers that have been involved on this particular project. This project is a Shea Homes project, Trilogy Lake Norman. And they are currently developing a single-family neighborhood on a beautiful piece of land up in Denver, North Carolina. And really the idea of this community is to highlight the natural beauty of the property. In doing that, there's so many different aspects that we can look at, but one of the key components of this community is not only during the daytime do we want to highlight the beauty, but at nighttime we want to highlight the beauty of the project. So we have identified some really beautiful natural areas and some built hardscapes that we wanted to highlight with just really up that aesthetic and that execution, that resort-level execution of the project. And to do that, we wanted to bring Roby on, talk to him about our vision, and have them help us in executing a successful project.
So, Paul, now Roby Commercial is doing all the underground electrical work out there, and you brought us on to help with the design features of the outdoor lighting piece. What I thought was really cool was basically when we were walking that property, you have a meandering street, you kind of pull in, you got a couple water features on the left and right, some really pretty rock walls all throughout, and then it's sort of I don't know if you call that a guard shack coming in, that you also have illuminated. What was that thing to the right? It was a heater that had some history?
We're calling that the furnace, and this ties back into the outdoor fireplaces that so many of our clients want. So Denver, North Carolina, actually, or Lincolnton really, has a really interesting iron smelting history. And out there they have something that they call furnaces where they would bring in raw iron ore, melt it down, and turn it into steel. So that was actually some strong history that Lincoln County has. Well, we wanted to pay homage to that. So we came up with the design for a furnace that's an outdoor fireplace that really pays homage to that look.
That's cool. Now, I want to interrupt and say something. When my daddy made tongue-in-cheek about how something was designed on a napkin, it was a Hardee's napkin. I'm hanging out with a bunch of yuppies now, and now it's a cocktail napkin. I might have a little beef with that, like Hardee's. Where's the beef?
I apologize. I think it was actually a Burger King napkin that we were talking about before.
Be a Burger King,
Hardee's, or being in North and South, Bojangles, maybe.
Bojangles. They're Bojangles. Bojangles napkin.
Paul, talk about the section that we were kind of coming around. We passed the guard shack on the left, and we're coming around, and there's this huge cluster of natural oak trees. And I know that was a real important piece for you from the lighting standpoint.
Shea Homes and its designers that have been on the design team have made a real effort to protect a lot of the natural environment and the natural landscape up there. And there's a lot of old growth post oaks and white oaks on this development. So there's a really wonderful feature where you travel down the boulevard. It's about a half-mile boulevard into the main community. And just before you reach that point, there is a beautiful stand of oak trees, old-growth oak trees, 80 feet tall, that we wanted to highlight. So much with lighting, you've got multiple scales, and we want to highlight small-scale features, but this is probably one of the larger-scale items that we really wanted to highlight out there.
It is interesting when you light up a space like that, what it looks like at night. It really transforms the space. Folks, if you're just tuning in, you're listening to the At Home with Roby show. We're talking about outdoor hardscapes and lighting. If you're thinking about doing one of those projects, call us today at 704-334-5477 or go to andrewroby.com to get more information. Paul, how do you approach this? Do you have to go out there at night and walk around in the middle of the dark and kind of see what this thing's going to look like?
On the front end, a lot of it is experience and being able to have that internal vision and think about it in your mind as you're walking a site and knowing what you would like to achieve and having that goal, and then bringing on a good consultant to help you achieve that goal. But yeah, on the back end, that's exactly what we will do. We'll go in and Roby will get everything installed. We'll take a look at where we stand, and we'll evaluate and see if it has achieved the goal that we're looking to reach. And if we have to add some lights, we will. If we have to move some items around, we'll do that too. But absolutely, it's a lot of it comes down to looking at it with your own eyeballs and evaluating.
So, Patrick, Sean Hogan, you said was helping with this project. Sean Hogan came, when we originally got to know Sean, came from a specifically only outdoor lighting company. And he has done a display for us. I think it took him about 10 minutes to set up on a house. And it was the coolest thing because then you can move the lights around. I don't know if he's done this for you out on site yet, Paul, but he has that capability before you put all these power lines under the ground.
Well, this one might be a little bit too big to do a.
What's he got, like a half-acre limit?
I think he's more of like a quarter-acre limit.
Okay,
But no, Trent, you're right. We talked about this before. The coolest part about selling outdoor lighting is we can actually set it up for the client, hit some columns or something that's important for them to have at night, and then we take it away.
Every time I ask Sean to go have dinner with me, which is like 4 times a week, he's always like, man, I got an outdoor lighting display I got to do for a client.
Well, the worst part is when you take it away. It's almost like, coming from the home construction world, could you imagine remodeling someone's kitchen and being able to snap your fingers and take it away?
No, I can't.
That would create a lot of
emotion.
emotion.
I say it's been raining for 8 weeks, and we got a lot of stuff in the framing stages. But I think it's cool. I think one of the best values, I say this all the time, on your home is curb appeal. And one of the best values of curb appeal and business, for your businesses as well, is outdoor lighting. I really like to go look at cool buildings at night and see how they're lit up and cool properties.
So much of what I do taking a look at outdoor spaces is really trying to improve that curb appeal and really make a wonderful space that people want to visit. I feel like every now and then outdoor lighting is something that gets overlooked. At least sometimes it seems to be on the back end of a budget and can potentially be one of the first things to get cut. But, you think about projects in our area and homes in our area, when they have outdoor lighting, it's really that feature that puts a project just over the top and really makes it memorable.
Well, if you think about it now, of course, daylight savings time, it's dark. A lot of people are getting home. It's already dark. And so when they pull up to their house, with the lighting, it really can have a nice appeal versus pulling up to a dark house.
Oh, absolutely. And you mentioned Sean Hogan. A lot of people don't know we have kind of this specialty at Roby Electric in outdoor lighting. It's not just something we do on the side. You brought in Sean specifically to focus on this part of the business.
That's correct.
He's great. He's got a history in it, right? He did it down in Florida.
That's right. I think he's been doing this for about 10 years, ever since he was in school down in Florida. You're right.
That's fantastic. And
I think he has a light in his tooth when he smiles. It goes ting.
That's part of the demo, right? When he comes out.
I didn't get mine. My teeth don't do that. So we can have a dentist on.
You got to do a few more projects, actually. Make that happen. All right, Patrick, hang out with us. All right, buddy. No problem. Paul, thank you so much for being here. Can you just real quick? We got about 30 seconds. Just a quick plug for your business and how can people get in touch with you?
Sure, absolutely. I work for Urban Design Partners. We're primarily civil engineering, landscape architecture, land planning. We work in all facets of outdoor development, large scale, small scale. And it's a great time right now. It's good to see so much being built in the Queen City again.
Is a website people can go to? Find
UrbanDesignPartners.com.
UrbanDesignPartners.com and a phone number?
704-334-3303.
Absolutely. And you can get in touch with the folks at Andrew Roby. Call us. We'll get you in touch with Paul. We'll do a joint project together. We'll go out and walk around the woods, get Sean with that magical tooth.
Sounds fun.
All right, folks, when we come back, we're going to wrap up the show. You're listening to the At Home with Roby show. Stay with us. We'll be right back.